Hello and welcome to the January 2021 edition of What It's Like to Live with a Classic Mini. In this series, I go through the costs and work required to keep a Classic Mini running in tip-top shape. Well, COVID sucks. The end of 2020 saw another strict lockdown come into force in Toronto. This pretty much put a halt on my travel plans. This, plus the fact that January is my busiest time of the year professionally, means I actually did nothing with the car this month. Of course, this also means I spent zero, so at least the wife is happy. In this vlog, I will take a break from my normal structure and instead reflect on what it's like to live with the Mini for the last 6 months. Welcome to the year in review. The first thing I'd like to review are what I consider to be the top 3 purchases of 2020. Taking the bronze medal has to be my Christmas present to myself, which is the roof rack purchased from Mr. Bridger. To me, it gives the car that classic retro vibe that I really love. Winning a silver medal was a set of 5x10 alloy wheels. Again, I just love the look of the wheels it gives the car. The gold winner has to be the brake conversion kit. This reduced the brake discs from 8.4 inch to 7.5 inch. This has to be the star this year because without it, I couldn't have fitted the smaller wheels. The next set of awards go to the 3 top tools I found useful during 2020. This time, in bronze position, is a breaker bar. There are some stubborn bolts on a Classic Mini, and a breaker bar is a nice persuader. I used it especially on the hub nuts when I was doing the brake conversion. Taking silver is a Sykes Picofant ECU reader. It's a great tool because it gives me extra comfort that the car is running okay. Winning gold in this category is YouTube. Knowledge is power, and YouTube has been such an excellent resource both to check on how to do things and also to see and learn from other mini YouTubers. Last of the 2020 awards are the top 3 jobs I've completed on the car. In third place was rust prevention. This includes applying plenty of cavity wax. All Mini owners know that our little bundles of joy have a tendency to absorb the red rash of doom. So I made sure any exposed metal was covered in rust preventer and also, as I said, put plenty of cavity wax in as many holes as I could find. In second place was replacing all of the vacuum lines on the car. On an SPI Mini, much of the running problems that can and do occur often stem from the vacuum lines. So I purchased a complete set and replaced them all. Taking the gold medal was the brake conversion. I really enjoyed doing this job, as well as having the main benefit, of course, of dramatically changing the appearance of the Mini to what I wanted it to look like. So, life with a classic car is fun, and one of the reasons why it's fun is because every now and again you break down. So this is some footage of my first drive in the Mini, and I broke down. Fortunately, not very far from the house, the cause of which was a vacuum line that had come off. You can see I just about made it over the intersection. I did manage to eventually coax it home, where I took off the air filter and I could see that the vacuum lines at the back of the manifold had come off. It was simply a case of reconnecting and the car ran fine again. When the vacuum line does come off, you have to give it plenty of gas and manage the clutch carefully. The second breakdown was about a month later, and it was pretty much exactly the same reason. It was exacerbated by the fact that whilst I was trying to get the car and check it, as you see here, moving the throttle. Unfortunately, in doing so, I had managed to dislodge the cable from its housing, and effectively the car wasn't able to get the right mix and was running horribly. Once I figured it out, it was a quick fix and I was on my way. I think the Mini is such a cool and classic and iconic design. So here are some beauty shots I took of the car this year because I often find myself taking pictures of it whenever I can. I was able to get out in the car quite a lot in 2020 and go and see some of the tourist sites in and around Toronto. It is hilarious driving around Toronto, both with the bumpy roads. You will definitely be the smallest car on the road and you get plenty of attention and plenty of looks. Because I couldn't drive the car this month, I did go back and watch some footage of when I could still go out, wear shorts, drive the car with the window open. I'm looking forward to that time coming again soon, albeit in Toronto, it's still going to be a few months away. So that really was my first 6 months of ownership of the Mini. What have I learned? Well, they're fantastic cars, they're hilarious to drive, they really are like small go-karts. Mine has been pretty dependable. I have used it commuting and going to and from the office, as well as doing lots of short runs, and generally, with the exception of the 2 small breakdowns, it's been very, very reliable. It's also very efficient and gets good gas mileage. One of the things I love about owning the Mini is the looks you get from people and also the conversations that you can have. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been cleaning my car and people have come up to talk to me, either to say that they've owned a Mini or what is it, to they absolutely love it and think it's hilarious. If you're thinking about buying a Mini, do it, you won't regret it. It's great fun, easy to work on, and you'll have a great time owning it. So I'll leave you with some last final footage of me driving the car, and I hope to get back in the garage in February and start knocking off those jobs. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.